Hi, beloved. I thank you for having time to watch this very video. My name is Akuto George, and I believe strongly that after watching this very video, your life will never be the same again. I will entrust you to share this very video to friends. Tell your friend to subscribe to this channel and subscribe it yourself. Like it, comment it, and recommend it to a friend or a loved one. I want to share with you a very interesting topic that I have gathered experience on it with my own life over the years when I was in the university. So we want to talk on a topic I have entitled How to Succeed After University Graduation as a Youth. In fact, sometimes it baffles my mind how people can complete tertiary institution, perhaps whether technical university, whether university degree or any tertiary institution, and graduate and come back complaining of no job. Well, perhaps maybe you are watching me from Europe or wherever you are watching me from outside Africa. Perhaps I know it also happens there, and it also happens in Africa, especially in my country, Ghana. And that is why I think it's very important that you have time to watch this very video wherever you are. The question then is, how do we succeed after university graduation? Everybody is happy when the person gains university admission. You'll be jubilating, you'll be celebrating. You are going to do a big program. You are going to do a nice program. But the question then is, after university, are you going to also jubilate like that? I have seen a lot of graduates who have messed up their life, who are confused, who think that nothing good can come out of them, and they think that they went to university for a certificate and the certificate must work by all means. But when you check their lifestyle, the lifestyle they lived while on campus shows that they were not prepared to succeed after university. There are a lot of people or students in the university or tertiary who are always doing chill and poor. So if you want to succeed after university, then we must avoid chill and poor attitude. Chill and poor attitude. And I believe strongly that it's one of the reasons why I didn't get first class in the university, because I wasn't the chill and poor attitude guy. Right from the time I entered into level 100, I knew that there was something bigger than certificate. So I was learning all right, but I wasn't doing the chill and poor attitude as some of my colleagues were doing. And by the grace of God, after university, the difference were clear and the difference were bigger, right? So we must avoid chill and poor attitude if we want to succeed after university. You must just understand the concept of your course you are studying or the concept of your program you are studying. Then you try to apply it practically in your society. And that is what is missed, okay, in the student life at the tertiary level, especially in Africa. Okay, so it's not about chill and poor, it's about understanding the concept of what you are studying and trying how to apply practically in your society after school. We must also avoid limiting ourselves on course or textbooks. We must avoid limiting ourselves on course or textbooks. Now, one day I was talking to my YouTube manager, and then I asked him, Charlie, you are too good. So did you learn all these things from the university? You know, he studied IT. And he said, no, these things, they didn't teach us. I had to learn it myself, the practical way. We were only taught the book and the textbook way. And I realized that yes, it's true. When I was also in the university, there are a lot of things I had to learn it practically by myself. It was only in the textbook and the course book that we were asked to read and write exams. Then you pass, then they award you with your grades, then you just move to the next level. Okay, and that is what has affected a lot of university students or tertiary students, especially in Africa, which is very, very important thing that we must look at, or a gap that we need to fill, right? So you don't necessarily have to limit yourself to course or textbooks, because after university you are not going to apply the course or textbook. You are going to make practicality out of what you studied in your course or textbooks. Now, we must also avoid setting of unrealistic goals. We must also avoid the setting of unrealistic goals. Now, normally, whenever you meet university student or tertiary student, they always want to set unrealistic goals. Yes, we must dream higher. We must dream bigger. Yes, the sky is our limit, some may say, and others will also say the sky is not your limit. But then it must not necessarily means that we have to set unrealistic goals. Let me give you an example. For instance, you are a young graduate and you just completed university, you have just finished your national service, and then you want to become a managing director of a big company that has existed 20 years before even you were born. No, this is unrealistic goals. Yes, it is possible. I know someone is saying, oh, leave that guy. He doesn't believe in the miracle of God. Leave that guy. He is not spiritual. Leave that guy. He doesn't know God can do it. No. God can do it, but God will do it in a systematic way, in a process, and in a step. So many young guys have been disappointed because they set unrealistic goals when they were on campus. They told themselves, after university, after my national service, I'm going to get a big job and do right after my national service. Then by 6 months, I'll be in a big car. By the next year, I'm marrying, and then I'm just building big houses. This is unrealistic goals. It's not a matter of being a Christian or a Muslim or a Buddhist or whoever. You must set a realistic goal whenever you are a student of any tertiary institution, so that after graduation you don't become disappointed. You have to also avoid blame game attitude. It is very important. You have to avoid blame game attitude. That I had a first class and the state is not giving me a job. Your first class does not necessarily mean the state should give you a job, and that the politicians are not creating jobs, and you keep blaming leaders. Yes, of course, I know the leaders of Africa have disappointed most of us. African leaders have disappointed most of us. Yes, it's true. Some of them are greedy. Some of them are selfish. But then, you see, when people graduate from tertiary, they try to rely on their leaders, okay, for breakthrough. No, just understand that you are there to do something for yourself after school. You are not there so that after graduating, someone hold your hand and take you to a big job. And I keep saying that there are many jobs that people do outside Africa, especially those Africans who are in some of the European countries. If they are to do that same job as graduates in their own country, they will be celebrated and it will lift them up. But then a lot of graduating that, oh, me, I have completed this institution, this tertiary, this university, so I must get a big job by all means. They don't know how to start, okay, from 1 to 2, and they keep blaming people. And my uncle is having connection and he is not helping me out. Don't blame people. Take responsibility to yourself. Okay, what will I do to succeed after university, you start working on it. You don't believe, you take your own responsibility. You take your own action. If your state is not giving you a job, what are you doing to yourself to get employment by yourself, to gain self-employment? Okay, so if African graduate, or if graduate will stop blame game attitude and think, how can I make it genuinely and legally after university? Okay, genuinely, your perception or answers will start coming. When you start working towards it, I believe strongly that you will be successful. We must also avoid campus exuberation. Yes, we must avoid campus exuberation. A lot of young folks, when they are in school, especially tertiary institution, they waste most of their time as if the time belongs to them and they can reverse it whenever it's needed. Time for them to do something profitable, time for them to read a book, time for them to learn a new skill. They will be using that time to move from party to party, from friends to friends. There are some young folks who are even in the tertiary institution. Okay, they are staying together as husband and wife. Their mindset is not on how to succeed after graduation, but their mindset is about exuberation. They will be moving from one jams to another jams. Oh yes. Okay, and you realize that after graduation, the level will show. I was telling some of my friends, and the other time I was telling a group of young folk that invited me to speak at a seminar, and I was telling them that there are a lot of things that by the grace of God it has happened to my life. I have achieved. It is not because it came automatically. It is something that I was working on it while I was on campus, whereas most of my colleagues were chilling. They were celebrating. They were moving from party to party, from jams to jams. We were busily planning our life after university. And when we completed university, by the grace of God, for some years, it has showed. The level has shown. Okay, so we must avoid campus exuberation. I'm not saying don't chill. I'm not saying don't go for parties. I'm not saying don't go for jams. But I'm saying that avoid exuberation. Don't overdo it at the expense of doing something that can benefit you after school, which will make you succeed. Now, there is one thing also I did when I was in the University of Cape Coast that transformed my life, and I want to share it with you. Let us try a business or something new for money while on campus. Yes, you heard me right, but I repeat, let us try a business or something new for money while we are on campus. Now, when I was on campus at the University of Cape Coast, it looked funny, but I was selling shito. Yes, shito. Yes, if you are in Ghana, you know shito. I was selling shito, and I remember that those days during weekends, especially Saturday, I would just be moving from hall to hall, and the shito will be in my bag, and then I'll be moving from hall to hall. Then I'll be selling this shito. Sometimes I will walk for long distance to a hostel. Then I'll be selling this shito. And I was doing these things not because I wanted money badly, not because my parents were not giving me money. They were giving me enough. But then I was doing these things just to have an entrepreneurship experience that will build my capacity after university. It looks funny, right? But then it is real. And I remember some of my colleagues were just laughing at me. Whereas we were thinking after university, they were thinking now. I remember some of them gave me a lot of names, of which I cannot even say it here, right? But I was selling shito. I was selling it. And Sunday after church, right after church, I would just put on my bag load the shito in it, then I'll move to hall, I'll move to hostel to hostel. And I remember sometimes you will sweat, the bag is heavy. You move to a particular big hall that contains about 5,000 students. Nobody will even buy a bottle of this shito after moving from room to room. You can just imagine, you have to just calm down like that and move away. Okay, but I was building an experience, I was building a capacity. So I just want to encourage and urge all tertiary students. It's not too late, even if you have graduated, but then it's better whilst you are in it. Try a business or something new for money while on campus. Okay, it's not necessarily gaining a big money. It's not necessarily using that money to cater for yourself, but it will really help you after school. Okay, and I will tell you how it happened, why this selling of shito helped me after school, and how I managed to succeed after a business I started right after my national service. Thank you for watching. Keep on subscribing to this video. Stay tuned to this video. Don't forget to always press on the notification bell so that you receive alerts anytime I upload a video like this on my YouTube channel. Like it, comment it, recommend it to a friend to also be blessed. My name is Akoto George, and I thank you for having time to watch me. I love you. Bye bye.